Hi everyone, my name is Ty Crawford. You know who I am, probably. And if you don't, that's cool. I'm making this video. It's a video I never thought I would actually have to make. Not because I ever, not because it's one I've dreaded making or anything like that. I legitimately never thought something like this would happen. And I kind of feel gross about making the video, but it is what it is. And it's going to tie into a video I make at a later time. As an extension of the These Are My Things series I'm working on, the show and tell bit. But today is July 22nd, 2025. It's a Tuesday. And I'm going to be doing an unboxing of sorts, unlike any I've ever done before. And that's because when I got home from hockey on Sunday, on my kitchen table, this kitchen table in fact, there were 2 bags of the recently released promotional Pokemon Hershey Kisses. Now, I like Pokemon. I like Hershey Kisses more than I should. I try not to eat too much chocolate anymore. I try to keep added sugars out of my diet. But when I saw that these were coming out, I was real interested in them. Now, what I've done is I've taken a piece of paper, a piece of legal paper, and divided it out into a 16 by 9 grid, which gets me to 144, and the bottom squares are truncated by half, so I have enough to go over that. We're going to be placing them down on this grid as we open them. Some things about the promotion. These 2 are what? These are party pack. There's 210 kisses in them, give or take. We can count if we want to. They said 30 servings of 7 kisses, 210. They're only doing 151 Pokemon, so they're doing Gen 1. And they ask you to collect them all, and I'm really hoping that this doesn't turn into some kind of collector's craze problem, as Pokemon and Magic and a lot of other collectible things have turned into as of late. And so yeah, I hope that folks remain civil and chill, and honestly I hope that we can get all 151 in a couple bags tops. I don't want to have to run around and try to snag up Hershey Kisses just to try to make this collection happen. I do want to collect 2 sets, and I'll tell you why. I want to collect one set that is still wrapped in the Hershey Kiss is still wrapped in the foil. I think it'd be cool to make a piece of artwork out of that, like cast them in an epoxy resin and frame it kind of maybe like this arrangement, or whatever way I figure to arrange 151 Hershey Kisses in a slab of epoxy resin. And the other, I think it'd be cool to peel the foil off and, as best as I can, just flatten the foil back out with my fingernail. I don't know why I do this, but for years if I'm bored, I'll see how flat I can get the foil off of Hershey Kisses when I'm eating too many of them. And so, yeah, I got my GoPro running above me to give a top-down view of the collection here. They have an app or a website you can use. I hate logging into things. I hate downloading apps, so I'm not going to be using that. And I'll try to see if I can't put up a graphic on screen as we go through this. I guess I'm just going to open the bags and put my duplicates to the side and just try to fill up this grid, and we'll see if we can do it in. I have 2 bags here, 420, blaze it, Hershey Kisses. There's 151 Pokemon. They say on the bag, each bag is unique, and so there's definitely gonna be duplicates, definitely gonna be triples, quads, 5s, 6s, 7s. We'll see what the pull rate is for these Hershey Kisses. I would love it if it were a benevolent, totally flat rate across the board, not doing any kind of rare or holographic garbage. I just want one of each Pokemon, please. I think that's more than reasonable to ask of the Hershey Chocolate Company. So without further ado, let's cut the first bag open. Okay, first pick This is how they come, by the way. They have this like Pokeball type wrapper. The little flag says Pokemon, which is interesting. First pick we got is... Okay, I'm showing... Pardon me. This is Nidoran. This is Nidoran. And it's a female Nidoran, if I remember right. And they don't tell you anywhere on here what the numbers are for the Pokemon. And I was going to arrange them by number, and I'll admit I'm not that good anymore of doing it. I'm pretty sure Nidoran is either 29 or 32. I can't remember if female or male goes first. This is a female. I think female goes second. So I'm going to say this is Pokemon number 32, which will go there. And it looks like my grid is going to be just barely too small at 7/8 of an inch. Let me go get my Pokemon handbook, and we'll see. We'll use that to find the numbers, just so we're clear. Because I can get some of them, but I can't get all of them. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed my Deluxe Collector's Edition Pokemon handbook. And I was just going to use this to find the numbers, but then I realized this might actually serve double purpose. There's actually a poster inside. So I'm going to see if I can't get that out and use that as our mat for collecting. Because it doesn't have... It goes all the way up to Togepi, which of course is not a Gen 1 Pokemon, even though, you know, it was in the cartoon for the Kanto region. It still is not considered a Gen 1 Pokemon. So we won't be getting a Togepi, as far as I know, but we can expect to get everything else on the poster. Come on. For the record, this copy of the Pokemon handbook is damaged, so I didn't feel bad about pulling out a poster. So we'll put this to the side. We'll put this. Hopefully the GoPro gets all of that. This is... I was wrong. This is Nidoran female, but female goes... No, yeah, female goes first. Female is number 29. Okay. So. Let's resume. Pikachu. I feel like Pikachu is going to be if there is a pull rate, I feel like we're going to see a lot of Pikachu. Psyduck. This one's Nidorino, I think. Okay, so this one is Nidoran male. Nidoran male is a pink Pokemon. This has a more purplish hue, more akin to the Nidoran female. Artwork has probably changed over time, so this is actually Nidoran male by accident, and this is Nidorino. Nidoran and Nidoran, both Nidorans can be kind of distinguished not just by their color, but by the shape of their ears and stuff like that, and that's what gave it away, that we were looking at the wrong ones. We've got is it a Horsey? Or is that a Seadra? I think, as far as I can tell, this is a Seadra. Ooh, Charizard. I wonder if that's going to be worth something someday. Bulbasaur. Now this Bulbasaur has the foil ripped open a little bit on the bottom. I'm left wondering if I'm going to try to get immaculate copies of these. Well, here's another Bulbasaur. That solved that problem. So we'll take this Bulbasaur, put him in the duplicate pile. Coughing, number 109. Dropped one. Gengar. Onyx. Where's Onyx? Onyx number 108. Is that accurate? No, that's Lickitung. Onyx is right next to Gengar. This is a Nidoran, a female Nidoran of some variety. I think it's a Nidorina. I'm going to say it's Nidorina. We'll know once we get a female Nidoran. We have a Jolteon. Diglett. Cubone. Let's see which one I dropped. Is that... Ooh. Mr. Mime. Charmeleon. Wartortle. There's a Golduck. Golduck goes next to Psyduck, which is right there. Snorlax, which is 143. Charmander, so we got all three of that evolutionary set. Another Bulbasaur. Now this is a Nidoking by the looks of it. So I got that full set. This is a Fearow. I'm sorry, for anyone thinking I'm going a little fast, I have 420 of these to get through, and I apologize for the speed, but I do need to move on through. This is a Muck. This is a Muck. An Ivysaur. Another Ivysaur. Are the starters common? Another Charmeleon. It might be looking like the starters are fairly common. Magikarp. You can't have a poll rate and tell me the Magikarp isn't common. A Meowth. That's number 52. A Jigglypuff. Another Pikachu. Another Ivysaur. Another Mr. Mime. Another Jigglypuff. Another Charmander. Another Gengar. Another Meowth. Not looking good. Eevee. Didn't have an Eevee already. Okay. Charmander. Gyarados. Ooh. Charmander. Blastoise. Needed a Blastoise. Charmander. Dragonite. That's a good pull. Another Magikarp. Vaporeon. Needed that. Another Psyduck. Another Jolteon. Another Jolteon. Another Bulbasaur. Another Mr. Mime. We're getting pull rated. What was that, a Dragonair? Pikachu. Coughing. Do I have coughing? I think I do. I do. Meowth. Vaporeon. Ooh, Wigglytuff. That's new. Sandshrew. That's new. Dratini. That set's finished. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. Ivysaur. Raichu. Needed that. Okay. Snorlax. Nidoking. Jolteon. Snorlax. Ivysaur. Ooh, this one's Nidorino. Magikarp. Squirtle. Didn't have a Squirtle. We got all the Squirtles. Bulbasaur. Pikachu. Coughing. Gyarados. Cubone we got. We got Cubone? It's somewhere. Yeah, we got Cubone. Slowpoke we didn't have. Execute we didn't have. Coughing. Ditto. Wigglytuff. Squirtle. Still looking for a Venusaur. Charmander. Squirtle. Ooh, we got the Mew. Another Ditto. Lickitung. Another Bulbasaur. Another Eevee. Another Squirtle. Ivysaur. That's Nidoqueen. Needed Nidoqueen. That's another Seadra. Nope, that's another Dratini. Another Gyarados. Another Gyarados. Pikachu. Snorlax. Another Gengar. Jigglypuff. Jolteon. Wartortle we have. Dratini we have. Cubone. I got Cubone already. Ditto. Squirtle. There's an Ivysaur and a Nidoran. Magikarp. Psyduck. Bulbasaur. Okay. Squirtle. Charmander. Charmeleon. Blastoise. Cubone. Seadra. So many Seadras and not a single Horsey. Lickitung. Psyduck. Jigglypuff. Ooh. A Seaking. Snorlax. Ooh, a Scyther. Magikarp. Pikachu. Charmeleon. Here's a Doduo. That's new. Ooh, a Lapras. Mr. Mime. Bulbasaur. Coughing, got that one. Nidorino. Coughing. Magikarp. Mr. Mime. Magikarp. Charmeleon. Wartortle. Squirtle. Nidoran. Coughing. Doduo. Pikachu. Psyduck. Bulbasaur. Psyduck. Cubone. Squirtle. Venusaur. Needed that one, finally. Cubone. Blastoise. Eevee. We're at least halfway through the first bag. And at this point, I see, let me just do a quick count. 9, 10, 13, 16, 18, 20, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 49, and we're about halfway through the first bag. Obviously, it's about a third, and, you know, we've got a lot of duplicates, so I'm just going to keep going. Seaking, Coughing, Charmander, Wartortle, Flareon is new. That makes 50. We have all the evolutions. Jolteon, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Eevee, Muk, Squirtle, Gengar, Golduck. Got Golduck already, right? Golduck's good, yeah. Oh, what is that? Do I have all the Nidorans? I'm missing, I think, yeah, I got that one, whichever it is. Eevee, Squirtle, Muck, Nidorino, Ivysaur, Nidorino, Pikachu, Muck, Seaking, Squirtle, Gyarados. Alright. The entirety of the first bag is laid out before me. Cubone, Pikachu, Cubone, Venusaur, Blastoise, Squirtle, Seaking, where's Goldeen? Meowth, Scyther, it's a good get, but I already have one. Eevee, Muck, that's a Nidoking, Psyduck, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Scyther, Dratini, Slowpoke we already got, Charmander, Cubone, Diglett we already have, Cubone, Ivysaur, Cubone, Magikarp, Vileplume, ooh, that makes 51, Nidoran, male, Raichu, already had that, okay. One bag down. I didn't count how many that was. I'll post it here in the video, I guess. But by my count, we have 51 Pokemon of the 151 to get. And you can tell very clearly there's pull rating going on. They're not evenly distributed. I get why, because I think it's going to result in people buying more chocolate. And they are correct, because obviously I'm going to find more of it. But like, the brand recognition probably does a lot for them just on their own. They could have just made this simple for me. Surprising things I don't have. I don't have a Pidgey, Rattata, Caterpie lineage, Weedle lineage. I keep getting Gengar, but no other ghosts. I got a lot of Mucks, but no Grimers. I have all the Dratini line. I already have Mew. But the I don't know how many more legendaries I'm gonna get very easily. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bag up all the duplicates from bag 1, so I have space to put duplicates from bag 2, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Bag 1 has been bagged up with all its duplicates. Time to start bag 2. Same size. That's more. Now, the pull rate of the first bag really begs the question what the future of this video is going to be. Do I upload my first 2 bags and continue to upload every bag I get? Do I try to make just a small series of me trying to get them all? How much chocolate can I possibly stand to buy before this promotion is over? Or do I just start trading with people? I think it would be really cool to get them all, but there's a limit. And much in the same way of the cards, it's probably cheaper for me just to go find someone that has bought them all, or collected them all and trade. Of course, the card game is a trading card game. However, there's something fun about about getting like a self-made collection of just buying enough packs to have gotten them all. I could go online, I could buy a complete expansion of any Pokemon set that comes out in modern times for a given price, and then I've got one of all of them. But something about that just feels like it's not as much fun, and this is no different. So we're gonna start seeing how many of these are gonna fill the holes in my collection. We're at 51 after bag 1. If we can get another 50 unique Pokemon out of this bag, I think it's safe to say that we can get it in 3 or 4 bags. And that'd be great. Well, I whacked the camera. Let's start. Wartortle, Charizard, Eevee, Blastoise, Snorlax, Psyduck, Jigglypuff, Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon, Nidoqueen we already had, Gloom, 52, Tentacool, alright, okay, Tentacool's number 72, 53, Lapras, Magikarp, Squirtle, Butterfree. Is that 54? I've already lost count. Forget the count. Focus on the pull. Charizard. Ditto we already had. Here's a Golbat. Golbat's 50? No, 42. Slowpoke we already had. Psyduck we already had. Farfetch, number 83. Nidoqueen. Squirtle. Gyarados. Ooh, Parasect. That's new. Charmander. Magikarp. Ooh. Is that Rhyhorn? Yeah, it is. Ditto. Raichu, nothing new. Gloom, I already got that. Mr. Mime. Flareon, got that. Poliwag, that's new. Psyduck. Pikachu. Lapras. Jolteon. Geodude. Okay, we're filling some holes here. Ooh, a Poliwhirl. Snorlax. Come on. Nidoking. Jolteon. A lot of Jolteons in particular. Blastoise. Another Parasect. Another Gloom. Now, what's interesting is we didn't see any of those in bag 1, but we're seeing duplicates of them already in bag 2. A Tentacool. Charmeleon. Gyarados. Another Gengar. Squirtle. Charmeleon. A Spearow. That's new. Right. Or Pikachu. Magneton. Gyarados. Squirtle. Ivysaur. Another Coughing. A Mr. Mime. Gyarados. Flareon. Oh, what's this guy? Eevee. That one just rolled out of the bag. Flareon. Bulbasaur. Goldeen. Poliwhirl. Flareon. Blastoise. Coughing. Ivysaur. Another Rhyhorn. A Venusaur. Mr. Mime. Charizard. Goldeen. Gyarados. Wartortle. Squirtle. Spearow. And Blastoise. Another Magneton. Tentacool. Wartortle. Nidoking. Flareon. Tentacool. Gloom. Charmeleon. Lapras. Meowth. A Pidgey, that's new. Cubone. Squirtle. Charizard and Coughing. Parasect. Poliwhirl. A Raichu. Flareon. A Butterfree. Charizard. Cubone. Jolteon. Ditto. Bulbasaur and Meowth. Now don't worry. There's a lot of chocolate piling up here. It's gonna get eaten. I'm not just buying and wasting food. Psyduck, Tentacool, Pikachu and Charmander, Flareon, Ivysaur, Golbat, Bulbasaur, Gyarados, Charizard, Golbat, Tentacool, Pikachu, Goldeen, Nidoqueen, Slowpoke, Blastoise, Squirtle, Hypno. No, wait, that's Drowsy. Drowsy. Meowth, Mr. Mime, Goldeen, Charizard, Blastoise, Pidgey, Gloom. Ooh, Magnemite. Ditto, Bulbasaur, Ditto, Golbat, Poliwhirl, Geodude, got Geodude already. Geodude, Goldeen, Magikarp, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Tentacool, Farfetch'd, Squirtle. Slowpoke, Gengar, Spearow, Cubone, Wartortle, Spearow, Coughing, Pidgey, Farfetch'd. Ooh, Dugtrio, that's new, okay. Spearow, Squirtle, Tentacool, Parasect, Dugtrio, Magnemite, Wartortle, Gengar, Poliwhirl, Poliwag, Zubat. Only time I've ever been stoked to see a Zubat. Ivysaur, Charmeleon, another Muck, another Drowsy, Gyarados, Pidgey, Nidoqueen, Ivysaur, Charizard, Lapras, Charizard, Charmeleon, Ditto. Alright, this is the last of bag 2 here. Eevee, Mr. Mime, Pidgey, Meowth, Gyarados, Tentacool, Blastoise, Psyduck, Wartortle, Pidgey, Slowpoke, Ivysaur, Nidoqueen, Bulbasaur, Gloom, Ivysaur, Gyarados, Spearow, Parasect, Butterfree, Gyarados, Pidgey, and Ditto. Okay, so that's 2 bags. I don't know how many exactly. I'll put the number here because I'll have counted them in the video like an idiot. And I don't. Full disclosure, I have no idea what these bags cost. I feel like they're probably somewhere around $8 or $9 bags if I had to guess. Let's count up how many we have. I think we're around the 80 mark. I see 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 43, 47, 49, 52, 55, 57, 66, 7, 8, 9, 71. 71, which means we got 20 new Pokemon in that bag, and a lot of the new ones we had duplicates of in that bag. And so what does that mean for the pull rate of the entire set? I think I could do like a 3rd grade statistics project real quick in Excel and show you what the pull rate is based on my experience, especially per bag. And what's probably happening at the Hershey's factory is they probably are printing out a giant sheet of these Pokemon foils, either a sheet or a roll. I don't know how they're made. We could probably look it up. And the significance of which is that they aren't printing one of every Pokemon. And it's tough to say exactly what the methodology is here, because I got a Mew in my first bag, so we're already doing pretty well. However, I'm missing every other legendary, honestly. I'm also missing a lot of commons. I don't have a Caterpie or a Weedle. I don't have a Rattata. And so it almost feels like it feels like they printed either a sheet or a roll of foil for these, and several Pokemon get put in a row in that foil. And that's perhaps why we see so many of, like, we got our first Tentacool in this bag, and we got like 7 of them. And we had none in the first bag because they were all probably made at the same time and bunched similarly into the bulk of wherever they keep the Hershey Kisses at the factory before they're scooped into bags or what have you. And so we got to find out how to get bags that have all these Pokemon we're missing, because we're at 71, which is not a bad Pokedex. It's just that I would like more of them. I would like to get them all. And what feels good is that, like, there's certainly some here that I only have one of. I feel like I only have one Dragonite. I definitely only have one Mew. And so getting my second complete set is going to be a bit of a stretch. But if I get the first complete set, I'll be pretty good about that. This is probably where this video will end. I'm going to pack the other ones back up just like I did with the first bag. Find a way to store these while I'm trying to collect them all, because they don't fit in top loaders or binder sleeves. Perhaps putting them in a Ziploc bag and leaving them in the freezer will best preserve them for now. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is a weird video. Like I said, I have a lot of Pokemon stuff. At some point there will be a These Are My Things video about all of my Pokemon stuff. And much in the same way that it's a show and tell series, it's also going to be talking about the status of collector crazes like Pokemon in 2025 or whatever year I get around to making the video. So if that's something you're interested in, keep a lookout for that. Hopefully it'll be interesting and engaging, and not make too many people mad at me about my opinions on things. But for now, this is just me opening a bunch of bags of chocolate kisses with Pokemon foil wrappers on them and seeing if I can get them all. And I might get them all. It's just gonna take some time. And if I decide to invest more time in it, I will try to film another one of these videos if you guys think it's worth seeing, and you guys can follow along on my journey to catch all 151 Pokemon Hershey Kiss foils. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.